energy for all the wonderful things that we're putting into Marketing Cloud next. And what we've done is we've taken the best technologies from marketing and we've combined them with the best technologies and the most recent technologies from AI to give you new abilities in marketing that have never been available before. In fact, as we look at how you've engaged with our products over the years, you've given us your trust. And with that trust, together, we've sent more than 2 trillion messages per year out of our systems. And behind that, over 200 trillion decisions are made to decide what to send and when to send it. And the incredible opportunity with AI and this next generation of marketing is that we can take those 2 trillion messages, which Ariel highlighted earlier, are oftentimes do not reply. How can someone respond back? How can you carry on a conversation? And to turn these 2 trillion conversations or messages into 2 trillion conversations. Highly personalized, highly engaging messages and engagement with your customers. That is an incredible opportunity. And this is exactly what we're delivering. So with Marketing Cloud, what we've done is we've taken 9 acquisitions that we've made over the years. These best-in-class acquisitions that really stand out, that deliver for you mission-critical success in marketing. And we combine them. We pull them together into a microservices that allow us to be able to completely modernize Marketing Cloud, which means that we put it together into one unified native application on top of the Salesforce platform. And what that gives us is the ability to be able to connect the customer experience and also your teams. Your marketing organization now has the reach beyond the traditional marketing channels. Your marketing organization now has the ability to be able to connect seamlessly into commerce, into service, into sales, across the full customer journey. This is absolutely exciting. And it started with what Ariel pointed out earlier, the ability to pull together that full customer profile on top of Data Cloud. We built Marketing Cloud Next on top of Data Cloud. But on top of that, we've also rebuilt the personalization engine. The personalization engine that you know and love that's helped to power personalized web experiences, personalized email, and many other forms of engagement. And we've rebuilt that on top of Data Cloud. We've made it now possible for this personalization engine, the same one that you use for marketing, to work in your commerce situation. The same engine can give recommendations. That same engine can show up for your service teams. When they pick up a call and they open up the call dialog, they can see the full history of all the interactions of that individual across marketing channels. They can also have recommendations of how to have that conversation in a more meaningful way. The same thing with your sales teams. You're carrying your marketing engagement, your profiles, your offers, everything across a full customer journey with this next generation of Marketing Cloud. And we've also simplified. And that simplification is beautiful because I know, I've been one of you, I've been working with thousands of you and your companies around the world. One of the hardest things with marketing is all the different technologies you have to work with. The integrations, the way you have to move data around. We've minimized all that. We've lowered the total cost of ownership when you're doing marketing by reducing integrations. We've made it easier for you to be able to use these products together, simplify the interface, and we've also added agentic capabilities so you can create campaigns, you can create audience segments, you can create content, all with the latest natural languages through agentic interactions. And how we built it is also important. We built these technologies with your customer in mind, making sure that your whole organization has a view of the customer, no matter where they are in the customer journey. Every part of your business, marketing, service, sales, commerce, all of your organization has the same view of the customer. And on top of that, because it's the same data, the same view of the customer, you also have the same metrics. You don't have to go back and forth across the business and try to justify, are we looking at the same data? It's all the same data now. And because it's the same system, and we've modernized the way that we built it, with microservices and a very modern approach to the architecture, it means that when your customer is engaging with your brand, no matter where they are, they can have an engagement that is meaningful to them. We can trigger a response. Again, we all know this from the marketing side. We can trigger a message. We can trigger an experience in a website. But how do you do the same thing in a service engagement, in a sales engagement? That is now entirely possible using the same profile and using the same underlying orchestration engine. This is exciting. And on top of that, we've also combined the value of using B2B and B2C in the same application. You no longer have to make a choice. Do I use account engagement or engagement? We've now brought them together in the same application interface with personalization, with marketing intelligence, everything working together in unison. This is really exciting. Now, I think probably one of the most logical questions you have now is, great, Steve, you've now introduced a new technology. How am I going to use this? How am I going to access this? How am I going to be able to help my teams with this? When we built this new technology, we had that exact thing in mind. We know that you spent millions, if not hundreds of millions of dollars on your implementations, on your audience segments, on your journeys, on your orchestration. And we've kept that in mind because what we've created is not a migration. Instead, we created what we call convergence. We're bringing these technologies together for you, which means initially, when you want to get your teams up to speed and they're used to using one application, they can start using the new application environment in parallel. We keep the campaigns in sync. We synchronize your audience segments. We synchronize your contacts. Everything runs in sync. And then when your teams get comfortable, at the time of your choice, you can make the switch over to the new UI. You can get comfortable with it and then make the move over. And you can have access to all this incredible new functionality. We've designed this new application with you and for you, and this is the next generation of Marketing Cloud. We're very excited about this.